from the floor in Baltimore, and they want to know, what does the minister have to say about what's going on in Baltimore? Like, they're literally calling me, like, yo, we in front. I don't know, I get the crazy stuff, you know what I mean? So they call me while they are in the midst. And my comments are this. A, we have to be very careful with what we see on the media. We have to be very careful. And the biggest takeaway that I want everybody to pay attention to with Baltimore is that your city could be ground zero next. None of these people woke up that morning thinking that their city would have tanks in the street that afternoon. I went through that with 9/11 in New York. It's one thing to see this thing on YouTube. It's another thing to see a tank pull up in front of your building. So we have to be careful. Another thing is we have to be careful who we follow. Meaning, we all feel the pain and the frustration. But we have to be alert to know where to go. What do I mean by that? The same thing that's happened in Ferguson that was documented is now happening in Baltimore. You have military people in plain clothes starting a fire, throwing the first few bottles into the store windows. Then you have the people watching that and say, oh, okay, boom, it's time, the switch is up. Burn down the city. Then the military come in and boom, 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 boom. Now, on a global scale, we have to be careful because we're being criminalized globally for a reason. All right? We're being criminalized globally for a reason. All right? Those coffins, the disposable, 100,000. They got about 10 spots. Okay? That's for black folks. Okay? So we just have to be mindful of what's going on. Don't feed too deeply into what's going on in Baltimore. Don't ignore it either. But we're not going to beat the savage at being a savage. Our weapon of choice is not hand-to-hand combat. It's this. This. We have to beat him with the tools our ancestors left us. Okay? I said it on the radio. I don't know how many people were listening to Lynn's show this afternoon. If you weren't, shame on you. But one of the things that's important to know about in terms of, well, I'm going to just say this. Be on the lookout. All right? We're going to go to the lecture. Be on the lookout. All right? Because if Baltimore doesn't get this thing kick-started nationwide with anarchy, there'll be another city and another city. They're determined. All right? That's what the whole, if nobody caught it, they released the Zimmerman verdict on the same day that they released the Oscar Grant documentary. They figured the combination of the two. You go see the movie, you show Oscar Grant handcuffed, boom, the cop kills him, get home, 8 o'clock, Zimmerman's innocent. They thought that combination would have sent niggas crazy. Didn't work. Snoop got to niggas first. Be surprised. Everybody went home and got it. Baltimore. So be careful that your town doesn't become Baltimore. All right? Now, the title of today's lecture, Eat and Grow Rich. Blueprint for Black Genetic Power. Blueprint for Black Genetic Power. Blueprint for Black Genetic Power. Very important for us to start to put this in play. We have to have our institutions. That's what I'll be talking primarily about today. Building institutions. The reason why we are at the mercy of people is because we don't have institutions. Institutions can live forever. People cannot. Institutions can live forever. People cannot. Why is the Rothschild thing still going on? Why is the Rockefeller thing still going on? It's not the same Rothschilds that started it. The institution is still there. You see? the institution. So we have to build institutions. All right, we have to build institutions. So here's the brochure. Everybody should have this. Who does not have the brochure? Whoa, all right. There are no more brochures. Ooh, guys can use that. A couple of people can borrow. Yeah. Way up there. I took them steps like 12 times. All right. Well, these, I only got two. These are actually mine. You could just, like, yeah, you can look through. But these are the brochures. What is the brochure about? The brochure is about the water. The brochure is about the 4-pack. The 4-pack is the monatomics, the magnet, the genesis, and the fusion. Why do we need to talk about this? Because this is the most important thing when dealing with your health. In fact, everybody say this word with me. Plasma. Plasma. Oh, y'all tired today? I'm gonna need class participation. Get ready to make y'all stand up and stretch and touch each other, and I'm gonna take y'all to old school church. Stand up and talk to you all. Very important to know about plasma. Everything in your body comes from plasma. Everything in your body comes from plasma. Energy. Very important to know where the energy is produced in your body. I listen to a lot of health presentations. I very rarely hear people hit this on the target. For the most part, I hear people say glucose, sugar, is where your body gets energy from. That is incorrect. Your body takes sugar and converts that into citric acid. Then it uses the citric acid through the Krebs cycle to separate water molecules and produce hydrogen ions. And that is what your body uses for energy. That is the end result of mitochondrial respiration. Why is that important? If you're not familiar with the terms, we'll get there. Keys to life. Why is this important to understand? Because everybody is lost with alkaline. Alkaline is officially now on my target list with chicken. Okay? Alkaline is not the way to go. Okay? Alkaline is not the way to go. Your body does not want to be alkaline. That is a fact. I can see some of y'all faces. Y'all have trouble wrestling with that. What did he just say? Alkaline scale. I should have had the alkaline chart here. It might pop up later on in the lecture. Alkaline chart goes from a 1 to a 14. Your blood wants to be a 7.365. That's roughly neutral. That's called balance. 14 is alkaline, 1 is acid. Your blood wants to be 7.365. So where did the alkaline craze come from? The alkaline craze came from the fact that we were living primarily just basically on acid. So everybody's body was over acidified. So in that condition, we do need to apply heavy amounts of alkaline substances to regain the balance. But if nobody teaches us that it's about balance and not about alkaline, what begins to happen? We get more alkaline, and then you have a situation happening like right now, where every year, why do I keep forgetting the name of this thing? There are a lot of people right now developing an illness where you cannot produce hydrochloric acid and break down the foods in your stomach. Absolutely. A lot of people are getting that, and it's not random. It's the health craze people that went bananas on alkaline. Because acids are a crucial part of your body. No acid, you can't break down anything. Doesn't matter who you got your herbs from. Minister Enqi, Dr. Africa, Dr. Sabi. You need hydrochloric acid to break it down. No acid in your body. You have no DNA. No you. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Right? So you have to get that. Ocean water. Mainly salts. Key to understand. Because when talking about the right water, a lot of people are pushing alkaline. They don't know that the water that all life came out of contain bases and acids. In fact, it's the combination of acids and bases that make minerals. So the minerals that we're trying hard to get are born through the combination of acids and bases. This happens in natural water. This is why only 1% of the planet's water is drinkable. All right. Minister, science already. 5 minutes. Where's the jokes at? Jokes come. Right? Key points. Your lungs, 90% water. Your blood, 82% water. Your skin, 80% water. Muscle, 75% water. Minister, I got to get some protein to build up my muscles. Are you sure? 75% of your muscles hydrogen. Your brain, 70% water. Your bones, 22% water. This is the biggest secret of health that people do not tell. That's what I do. I'm the health whistleblower. I tell you what not even the holistic teachers are going to tell you. Because these are the little secrets that bring in the money. Right? Your health is contingent upon the water cycle in the body. What does that mean? Every day your body has to recycle 40,000 cups of water. 40,000. So your body doesn't just use a cup of water and then it comes out. It uses it, reuses it, reuses it, reuses it, reuses it until the water is no longer usable. Then 40,000 cups of water. A lot of us don't drink 8 or even 4. The cerebral spinal fluid, mostly all water has to be replaced every 2 hours. Most of us don't drink a cup of water every 2 hours. 1 cup. All right? So, our good friends at Starbucks, right? I'll leave Starbucks alone. But what I will say is this. In Plasma Plus, our water, which we'll be talking about quite a bit today. If you haven't heard of Plasma Plus yet, then that means you haven't been watching Minister Enqi in 2015. So I'm watching you. All right? For less than $1 per ounce, 90 plus minerals, all your enzymes, your amino acids, your fulvic acid, your humic acid. Why are those important? Because those are what bring all of the heavy metals out from the joints and the tissues. Hydrogen, oxygen, all that, less than $1. All right, and here's a list of some of the other minerals that you'll find in Plasma Plus that you typically don't even, most people don't even know that they're supposed to have these things in their body. Lutetium. Cesium. Now, cesium is important. I want y'all to all write down cesium if y'all taking notes. C-E-S-I-U-M. That is the most, I guess, for lack of a better term, alkaline mineral on Earth, cesium. They charge $5,000 and $10,000 for cancer treatments with this. And it's something that's supposed to be in your diet daily. If you have enough cesium in your body, it's impossible for any type of free radical damage. But cesium is rare, and most of us never heard of it. However, if you're on the 4-pack, you're getting it. Right? Drink me, miss me. Miss me is slang. If you don't know what miss me means, ask your child or your nephew or your niece. All right? That means don't drink me. All right? Why do I put these here? Because people ask me, Minister, what's the best water? I can't tell you, well, now I can tell you Plasma Plus is the best water, but outside that, you really have to understand water so that you can just make the best informed decision where you at. Meaning if I say Plasma Plus, you go to your supermarket, that's not there, what you get next? If I say Fiji, you go to the supermarket, that's not there, what do you get next? You need to know what water you're looking for. More importantly, you need to know what you're not looking for. You're not looking for distilled. You're not looking for reverse osmosis. And I didn't even feel like I would insult you by putting purified here. You should all know better than that. Purified is tap. So is reverse osmosis. Those are just slick terms for tap. That's what that means. Okay? Slick terms. About 10 years ago, they cracked down on all the bottled water companies and said they was lying to people, selling people spring water and it was tap. So they made it illegal for them to say that tap is not tap. So they came up with very beautiful other terms that just mean tap. Reverse osmosis, atmosphere, blah, blah, tap. All right? All right, so we'll talk a little bit about the fast. Why is this important? All right, because people don't know what a detox is. So, when the body's black cells are overwhelmed by toxins and parasites, Mother Nature steps in with illness to remove the impurities from the body. Now, this is very, very important. In fact, you can take this paragraph right here and do whole classes on this. Save millions of people, touch millions of lives. The process is usually mildly to extremely uncomfortable. A detox is the same thing as illness, only it's voluntary. That we need people to get. There is no difference between getting sick and going on a detox, physically. The only difference is that you volunteered to go on the detox. Period. So there's no way to say, once you take a good detox, how the toxins are going to come out. Only thing we know is that it's coming out. But I don't know if it's going to come through your skin, urine, feces, rash, sweat, scalp, wherever. We just know we're pushing them out. And the problem is people will start a detox, they'll start a fast, and the moment it gets uncomfortable, the moment they see some rashes, the moment they start to do more urine than they expected, the moment that they see some discomfort anywhere, they stop the detox. And they say, Minister, man, I can't wait to get back on that fast. When y'all doing another one? I had to stop that last one because it started sending me to the bathroom too much. Like, okay, we gotta go back to the super basics. All right? So this talks about the system that we have in place. How to go from phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. It's a very, very simple system. Here, how exactly should you take the herbs? People call me a zillion times a day. I got the herbs, Minister. How do I take the Candida cleanse? You read the label outside that. Outside that, now you have it in the brochure. And you also have it on the website, 40dayfruitfast.com. All right? Very simple. We don't have to be in a situation where we don't know what to do with diabetes. We don't know what to do with cancer. We have systems that work now. It's very simple. Plug your people into the system. Let the system do the work. That's what we spent I personally spent the whole last year working on. How to make this thing more duplicatable. Ironing out the problems. Why is it that if I get 5 people with type 2 diabetes, 3 people are cool in 3 months, the other 2 people are struggling for 6 months? Like, what are the differences? What are the small nuances that are stopping this thing from being cookie cutter? Because that's what we need. As close as possible as we can come to a holistic cookie cutter, because that's what allopathic medicine tries to offer. But it works in terms of bringing people in. So I sat and thought about that for a long time. We have to move this thing out of the realms of vegans and vegetarians. So this works for people that still eat meat. You can still eat meat and come see Minister Enqi. Now, your results won't be as pronounced as someone who does not, but we can still get you straight. What is this? This is a page from this book right here. Black Genetics, Part 1. We're up to like Black Genetics 4 now, but this is the one that started it. Why is this page important? Because this shows you what all the body parts are made of. So this gives you your blueprint right here in terms of how to make adjustments in the body. this is where you would start. If you have brain or neck or nervous system issues, then you know it's calcium, gold, iridium, iodine, etc., 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 that you have to adjust in order to bring that organ or that system back in play. Why is that important? These guys. Side effects. Side effects are killing us faster than pork and chicken. You know the average 18-year-old is on 3 different medications right now? Average 18-year-old, average 50-year-old is on 7 or 8 medications right now. That's average. What are side effects? This is what's killing us right here. This is what we have. These are the little crevices that have slipped past the holistic community. What about all of our black folks that are taking medication? What do they do? What does your mama do? Your auntie, your home? Half this room probably got medication at home. You're trying to. I ain't taking that medication, Minister Enqi. They gave it to me. They gave it to me. No, hospital, doctors. Folks you went to go see. They. Right? So what are side effects? We know about these. Trials, plants, animals, people. Take it, something happens to you, etc., etc. Cool. This is what we need to talk about. This is what I want to bring attention to. This is what I want you to go home and tell your cousins, aunties, and everybody else about. All right? Take these notes. Take pictures. Bootleg it. Do what you got to do. Get this out. Mineral relationships. This is what the pharmaceutical industry knows that you do not. Depending on the medicine's chemistry, it will cause the body to flush or burn out specific mineral groups, causing the cells, tissues, glands, and organs, depending on them, to suffer, fail, or atrophy. That's disease. Let's make it simpler. Disease. A specific set of debilitating symptoms. Now we're going to make this super simple. Mineral deficiency causes a specific set of debilitating symptoms. So disease is a specific set of debilitating symptoms. Mineral deficiency causes a specific set of debilitating symptoms. Every pharmaceutical drug creates a mineral deficiency. So every pharmaceutical drug creates a mineral deficiency that is a specific set of debilitating symptoms known as disease. Drug-induced mineral deficiency or illness is known as side effects. This is very simple. Illnesses are just groups of symptoms. Period. Period. Groups of symptoms. Sometimes we get lost in the name of a thing and we don't realize that it's arbitrary. It doesn't mean anything to name. This is what we need to know. Right? Hemorrhoids, my typo, right? It's supposed to be hemorrhoids, right? Rites, right? Are worms. You see how that changes in your mind? Hemorrhoids are actually pinworms. They're little worms that's inside you. Anybody with hemorrhoids is because they have pinworms. A couple people are here with hemorrhoids right now, mad as hell, that I'm saying they got worms swimming around in there. You got some worms in there. Okay? You got hemorrhoids, you got worms. My brother used to have them real bad. All right? But we need to know this because there are bacteria, worms, etc., behind a lot of these things. All right? Very important. Now, I could run the list, but I only did one. Just so that I could show you. Why? Because this is the most popular heart medication amongst black folks. ACE inhibitors. Now, very important to notice that it causes zinc deficiency and magnesium deficiency. It causes some other deficiencies, but those two things in specific I had to highlight because zinc controls all the valves in your body. So anything that causes zinc deficiency shuts down the valves in the heart. So why would heart medication shut down the valves in the heart? Magnesium governs all of the muscle tissue that is the heart. So why would I take heart medication that shuts down my heart, the muscles, and the valves in the heart? I know the answer. So that I can get you some medication to help your valves and your muscles. Oh my goodness. Right? With these guys here, all of these are medications. I'm not going to go through the whole list for time, but you can see it. You can take them up. As I know Zantac, listen, I know Pepsi Complete is in people's houses. Nexium, Menacin, Epivir. All right, I know these AZT. I know the milk of magnesia. Tums, Alka-Seltzer. I know these things is in people's houses. Mylanta. Every time you take one of these, it flushes your body with all the magnesium. Look at this. Look at the blood pressure drugs. Hydralazine. All of these guys. All your diuretics. This is in people's shelves right now. Your central nervous system stimulants, your cholesterol agents. Oh my God. Corticosteroids. I know. Ain't nobody into these steroids, right? It's springtime. Nobody dealing with allergy and asthma, not in this room. Right? Right? See, one right. And that's from the Rockets. That don't even count. Hormone replacement therapy. Sisters, think you on menopause. Really, you on chicken. Yeah. It's all of the fake hormones throwing yours off. All right, sister, mad as I don't know what with me in Atlanta right now. Because I won't take no money from her. She's like, well, what do I need to do for this and this and this and this and this? I'm like, sis, if you're not going to stop, I mean, you're in Chick-fil-A, you're in Popeyes, like all the places sell chicken, got your picture up. I get off them fake hormones. Yeah. Got to get off them fake hormones, right? Your aromatase inhibitors for breast cancer. So even your cancer medication, be careful, right? Alcohol. I know nobody in here is drinking alcohol. I know we don't do that. Black folks don't drink alcohol. Black folks don't drink alcohol or coffee. So I don't even have to go through this info, right? And we definitely don't put baby oil on. So we ain't got to worry about this. I'm going to go ahead and skip this. But for the people that do drink coffee and alcohol and put baby oil on, just know that it's pulling all the magnesium out of your body. Right? Just know that antacids, your acid blockers, right? Now, acid blockers is an amazing product. Your body tells you when you eat something you're not supposed to, by making you feel uncomfortable, don't eat that again. Europeans have found a way to turn that off so that you can load up on all the toxins you want with no problem till you drop dead, right? Same thing with zinc. So we can go through all these, ramipril and your chelating agents and all these guys. All right, so you hopefully you got them. Take pictures, video, record, whatever the case may be. Now, isn't she precious? Come on. Nobody loves dogs in here? Who are the dog lovers? Don't be scared. No, we want audio. Sound. Say me. See? Yeah, I know it's Minister Enqi up here, so people scared to say I like dogs. You're like, Minister, that's a trick. This is actually the most expensive dog on earth. I've never even seen this sucker before 2 days ago. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Why I've never seen one of these on 125th Street in Harlem in the summertime? Like, thought that's what we do, you know? Put your butt cheeks out, walk down the street with the dog. Never seen one of these dogs. Cute. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Precious. Precious. I had to make a point about these guys. When did these guys become in style for black women? No, that's a question. Correct. About 5 years. What we need to notice is that lupus has went through the roof for black women since the time that these guys became cool. As soon as these guys got cool, as soon as black women start putting these in their purses, lupus went through the roof. Just an FYI, that's all. I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm not even going to go into it. But I got whole lectures on how these guys help boost the lupus. Just saying. I know. Thank you. But here's my point. That's not my point. That's another cute. No, this is my point though. Seriously. Why do we love dogs more than we love our parents? He said our parents work all day. Why do we love our dogs more than we love our parents? Why would we clean the shit and the piss of a dog but not change our mom or our dad's diapers? Why was it that we would buy an animal to clean up after all day? You buy the dog, dog's gonna shit and pee all day. You're gonna clean it up. And you know before you buy it, you get ready to do that. So now how do you turn around after you done cleaned up the piss and the shit from the dog, and maybe even the cat, and maybe a bird, and maybe you got fish you're scooping out. Now you turn around to your mom and your pop, soon as they get too old to do it for themselves, and you put them in a home. How do we do that? Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Just a sidebar. See, these are the things that we gotta think about if we're thinking about getting healthy for real. Our mind got to be right. You treating dogs better than you treating people you grew up with your whole life. You done wore the same pajamas as your homeboy and everything. He tried to borrow $10 from you, you ain't got it. Yeah, I just bought five. I just had to get that Okanuba, you know, that Okanuba. Okay. We gotta talk about these guys in our culture. Right? Trayvon Martin get killed. Nobody goes to jail. Black man kills a German Shepherd in Florida. Gets 25 years of life. Okay, you better wake up. This is where we at. I think this is a game. We're being divided between these major European bloodlines. So when we look at them and we see them arguing, we think that that's really a genuine argument. No, that's family arguing over what they're going to do with you. Okay? That don't look delicious. Uh-oh. Somebody think it look delicious. What is this? What makes this red? Dye?
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide? What makes original meat red?
Blood.
Blood. Heme, to be specific. Heme, to be specific. Why did I pull this up? Because I want you guys to know specifically what it is that your white blood cells crave. So anybody that's on meat, it is the white blood cells that are craving other blood cells to eat. It's called heme. That's why people that really like meat, black folks just confused as hell. People that really like meat, they eat it just like this. I kid you not, my homeboy Brian used to knock his steaks down at lunch just like this. I mean, he put just a little fire on the top, just, I was like, why did you do that? Yeah, just wasted fire. Because he just, like, I just like the taste of the burn, but I like it driven. Okay. I'll watch you if the lights go out. But we got to get this, though. We have to understand that there's a reason why we're being systematically changed over time while we're being pushed to eat flesh of other animals. Where is this going? Homosexual marriage is now legal. Where's that going? Who ever heard of NAMBLA?
National Man Boy Love Association.
National what?
Man Boy Love Association.
Man Boy Lovers Association. That is an institution. Wait a minute. Because that's now part of the lecture in another way. I just thought of that just now. How is it that pedophiles have an institution? Black folks don't have an institution. Pedophiles have an institution where they collectively come together and put money. See, we don't know the power of being anonymous. We don't know the power of being anonymous. That's why I always tell folks, we have enough people in front of the camera. The problem is not getting more people in front of the camera. The problem is getting more people to work behind the camera. The anonymous people, the people that are sitting at home watching the YouTube videos. Send in your money. Send us your money. That's what white folks do. That's why they're progressive. None of these white guys that kill black folks has to ever worry about legal fees. Do you know why? White folks from all around the damn country sends them money to take care of that problem. So while you thinking Bill and John from your job is cool, because they are at your job. At your job. At home though, they're like, yeah, kill that nigga. What does he need? Send them the electric bill money. It doesn't matter. We'll fix it. Let the lights go out. Get that boy off. He did a beautiful thing. We don't do that. We don't do that. You've got to take care of your people on the front line. Because that's what sends out the example to everybody else thinking about getting on the front line. See, if I'm on the front line, they snatch me. Nobody takes care of my family. Nobody protects my children. Nobody protects my businesses and property. Guess what? Everybody, boom, they like, ooh, you see how they did Enqi? We good. We good. We catch that on YouTube. Take care of your people. That's why white folks don't mind jumping in the line of fire. They know their job going to be at risk. They know they might be at trial, but they know that the rest of the white community is coming to the rescue. They don't even have to think about it. They know it. They know it. That's what we have to do. National Man and Boy Lovers Association. Now, back to the target. They pay to push and lobby laws. So what are they working on now? They're working on, now that gay marriage is legal, now they're working on the other stuff. So they're working on getting pedophiles out of jail that are convicted, because now that it's legal, now we have to relook at things. They're looking at changing the law. They want it to be legal to be married to little boys and girls at 14 now. So if the state, so they're looking to do that now. Certain states you can be married at 15 or 16. So now they want to have that retroactive to men and men or girls and girls, which case they can go out to the prisons and pull these people out of jail. They're lobbying to get those things where when a pedophile moves in your neighborhood, they got to let everybody know they're lobbying to get. Where's our people lobbying? This is a serious issue that we have to deal with. Right? Heme. Heme. Just so we know what heme is. Heme is everything attached to your blood cell outside of the iron core. So if you remove the iron core from your red blood cell, it is heme. When you put the iron, now it becomes an official red blood cell. But this is what your white blood cells are always looking to eat. Look up paraoxynocturnal urea. That is an autoimmune disease where your white blood cells just start eating the red blood cells every single day after the sun goes down. Yeah, after the sun goes down. Look it up. Right? This is who you are now. This is who we have become as a people. We taste the blood. We like it. All right? So I need participation. Let's play a word association game. And I want everybody to say a word. Everybody to say a word with every picture. Okay? I didn't get confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Ah, there we go. That's 5 people. It's not the room. Word association game. Let's go.
Egypt. Kemet.
Okay.
Pharaoh.
Heaven. Okay. Symbolism. What else?
Yoni.
Yoni. What else?
Heaven on earth.
Who?
Heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth. Okay. Who? Pharaohs. Goddesses. Dancing. Come on. Don't be scared. So y'all scared of Minister Enqi. Like that. Nigga trapping us.
Culture.
Culture. Okay.
Original.
Original. African.
Melanin.
Melanin.
Firm.
Perm? What?
No, I said firm.
Firm. Okay. Firm. Yes, sir. That ain't a joke. That's hashtag facts.
Beauty.
Beauty.
Free.
Free.
Fake.
Fake. Prostitute. What else?
Lost.
Now, here's the thing. I want us to examine our mind states. Because here's the thing. Because I heard Nasty too. She has on more clothes than the rest of the women I just showed. Just showing. I'm not saying I'm yay or nay. I'm just pointing out a fact. That she has on more clothes than all the other women we just seen. In this pic. Why is this pic nasty and et cetera, and not the others?
She trying to sell something.
What she represent.
Whoa. Whoa. Again, she's still more dressed than the rest of the women we just saw. What is this? 50 Shades of Grey. Okay. This is important because the Rawkins just talked about what we eat is more than just what we put in our mouth. That's hashtag facts. The first thing that popped in my mind when you said original diet, I said, oh, that's an awesome topic. Because we need to leave the refrigerator and talk about some of the other things we're consuming. This is big time right here. So because of the demographic in the room, I won't go too deep, but we need to know. There's a reason why this movie came out, and it was released on Valentine's Day. All right, and there's a trilogy. So if you think that that's just one, no. They get ready to come with, it's getting ready to get crazier. They dumbed down the first one to make it acceptable to the public so they can get the trilogy in stores and in movie theaters. But they get ready to get crazy. Now this is ancient. This is thousands of years old from India. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. All right? Okay. All right, Minister. You went crazy. Okay. I'm going to leave 50 Shades of Grey with this. I just want everybody to know what it is that we follow it. Because we could say, When my 10-year-old can come home from school and give me a synopsis on what 50 Shades of Grey is, then that means it's time to have a conversation. So we can pretend collectively that our children have no idea what 50 Shades of Grey is, but I guarantee you they do. So guarantee that, look, my man put his hand up. Like, I know what it is. I guarantee you they listening to, girl, you're worth it. You're always perfect. Right? The Weeknd, #1 song in the country. Yeah. The origins of Valentine's Day traces back to the ancient Roman celebration of Lupercalia. This also goes back into lupus. This also goes back into this whole situation we're in. Held on February 15th, Lupercalia honored the gods Lupercus and Faunus. All right? These gods, all right, these are European gods, Roman to be specific, and their wolves, their dogs. As well as the legendary founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus. These are 2 European boys that were raised by wolves. The priests would have sex with the wolves, cut their throats, and drink the blood. This was the celebration every year that became our Valentine's Day. The extra flesh would be sliced up, and the young men, the priest selected through various selection techniques, would be rewarded the right to have unlimited sex with any girls they chose for 1 year by touching them with a piece of the bloody wolf skin. So the priests would do the wolves, cut their throat, drink the blood. Then they cut the wolf up, and the young boys that they was, you know, whatever, they reward the young boys for sacrificing themselves to the priest by letting them have all the girls they want. Lupercus was the god of wolves. This is the ritual that was played out on us with 50 Shades of Grey, that right now is working its way through everybody's household. Because every single black woman I've seen was sitting on the train reading 50 Shades of Grey, peeking over the book, looking at you, looking to see if you know what she reading. I'm like, I know what's going on. You see? CuteDeadBodies.com. This was going on. What are you talking about, Mr. Enqi? Me and my 2 daughters was in the gym the other night, and this is how this just got in. This just got in to the slide. We're in the gym, 3 white girls on the treadmill, they working out, and oh yeah, hi, check this out, CuteDeadBodies.com. What? I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry, did you say CuteDeadBodies.com? He said, yeah, my friend just told me about it earlier, it's crazy, check it out. When I looked it up, this is what came up. CuteDeadBodies.com. Well, you see us. I had to put the article up on the group. So, I had to put that up on the 40dayfruitfast.com, so now we come up also, right? But these are websites for people that get turned on by dead bodies.
Wow.
These are what the European teenagers are dealing with right now. You gotta know, these are gonna be your future politicians. This is your future police officers. How can these people identify with you? They can't. The problem is we're wasting our time trying to get that to happen instead of investing in our own institutions. Right? Agents of death, protozoa, helminth, ectoparasites. We're going to get a little bit deeper into these guys. The bacteria, roundworms, hookworms, fluke worms, tapeworms, nematodes. I'm not even familiar with these guys. Protozoa, right? All these are the little guys people call me about. Minister. Every time I go to the bathroom and I wipe, my butt is itchy afterwards a little bit. What is that? Why is it a little itchy? What does that mean? Correct. Anybody whose butt is a little bit itchy, after they go do number 2, you have worms in your digestive system. I know. It's all right. There's quite a few folks in here right now that Just knowing that is reminding them about the itchy butt feeling they had yesterday, and right now their butt is getting itchy right now. Like, ooh. Can't do it? You got that? Did you bring that? Please? I got it. Right? Take a picture of this. Take this picture. I try to gross you out in levels. So right now you're getting this one. But I have some very awesome ones to show what happens, because this is what happens. Like, for instance, this is the heart right here. I know a woman who just had what do they call that? The swelled heart. It's a specific term they call for your heart, enlarged heart. Usually that means that you have a colony of parasites that have moved in there, and it's like when you look at the organ, you can see it moving from the outside because there's so many little worms and stuff in there. Crazy. But it made me do that watching it on TV. Imagine in you. No, not me. Okay. Anybody ate bread last week? Okay. You got a few. Right? This is what they look like. These are right out of somebody's colon. Right? For years I did iridology. And sometimes people are like, what type of product I need? You need death. Just let it come to you. Let it overtake you peacefully. Just let it happen. We had one too many Budweisers and bologna sandwiches. It's over for you. All right? Oh, come on. You guys are going to have some Frankfurters tonight watching the fight. Oh, boy, I don't even tell you what organ that is. But this one is a beautiful one for the sisters. I thought this was very, very, very important for you guys to see. There are parasites that look like hair. So you have no idea what's in that fake ass, excuse my language, that fake bag of hair you're buying from the Koreans. You have no idea what's in there. Because they tell you that the hair was put together from different countries. Okay. And keep buying that stuff y'all want to. It's almost a fact that I could see into the future, and I could just see them talking about all the years that went by and they had no idea the side effects from fake hair. They realize the testing part is over now. They don't do that like they used to do back in the days. It's testing before they roll it out on people. No, they just roll it out. They put warnings now. Warning, may cause ... Pregnant women should not use. After that, you are the trial. Right? Look at this. How many people do we know with these little bumps and these little eaten up marks on their nose and their skin? These are hair follicle mites. Hair follicle mites. I need you to get this. Not nose follicle, hair follicle. Where do we have hair follicles at? Somebody besides the Rockets, then.
All over our body.
Woo! You are on fire. We're working on some free something for you. All over our body, that is correct. On the outside and the inside. And a lot of people's skin, when you see this on their skin, when you see this in their face, know that they got billions of lovely little hair follicle mites, and they would love for you to come give them a kiss so they could jump off their face and onto yours. But I know, y'all don't need no candy to cleanse. Now see, this is a live colon. This is what they look like in there. And your food has to try to pass through here. And then people wondering why they constipated. Can't get through here. And the bacteria and the worms in there trying to slow the food down anyway so they can pick through it. Right? Yeah. No minister had to bring the pictures. This is what people people's colon. This is the average colon.
Play too much.
This is the average colon.
Play too much.
Listen, because I come up here for business. This is the average colon. People been telling me, and I've been warning for. I said, look, you know what? I'm just trying to tell y'all need to do the detoxes. But minister, how often do you detox? I'll be asking you sometimes, when the last time you did one? I've never done one. Start right away. Don't even worry about who you get it from. If you've never done a detox, get all of them. From everyone. Oh, I seen one in Walmart. Pick it up. It ain't gonna hurt.
Because a lot of patients are now going to gastroenterologists because of all of the
Yes, ma'am.
They never ever, I mean, I know that exists because I've seen a million of these on video, on YouTube and things like that. But they'll do colonoscopy, you know how they have you cleanse out, and they'll go through and check to see whatever they're looking for. But they never show people this, they never tell them this. Can't they see this on a colonoscopy?
They can see quite a bit. Here's the thing. Doctors have to sign a gag order. Doctors have to sign a gag order. Period. So there are a lot of things that doctors could tell you, but $25,000 fine, 25 years in prison, and they lose their license immediately. So there's a lot of, correct. So there's a lot of things that they could tell you, but they can't tell you if they want to continue to be doctors. That's why when people always say, Dr. Enqi, I'm like, oh, whoa, 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 minister. Doctor's killed. All right? But this is real. And another good thing that your question sparked is this. We have to understand the bar of health. The bar of health. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But there's a bar of health that we have to deal with. Right?
Oh, play too much.
This is how we looking. This is all over the world. Black folks dealing with the same issues. And he might have had Jordans on. I think it's funny. Because our children wind up like this with nice outfits on.
Next slide.
Nice outfits on. Their parents might say the herb's too expensive though. Their sneakers $200. Herbs $20. You take your choice. I'm gonna get them Frosty Flakes, I'm gonna get them some cow's milk, and then I'm gonna tell you the herb, the detox is expensive. I'm gonna get these Jordans though. PlayStation, Xbox, everything. I'm gonna give them everything except some herbs. Right? So now, I brought this back up at the end, so now you have an idea what this is actually showing you when you look at a diagram like this. Because one thing to see this diagram, then it's a whole other thing to actually see the actual little fellas in play. Right? Violence and sex in the brain and food. Why is this important? Why is this important? We have to master our urges if we are to grow from where we are right now. We have to discipline ourselves. And if we can't, we have to become better at hiding our lack of discipline. Take the nigga shit in the house. In the house. Not saying get rid of it. Just saying in the house. Cancun rules apply. What happens in the house stays in the house. Right? Food is the first appetite that we have. The very first appetite. Sex, the mechanism of survival. Right? Violence, the means of protecting sex and food. Right? These are the three basic aspects of what it is to be a person, a human. These are your bodies, your physical bodies. Main three urges. These cannot be gotten around. You cannot get around these. Period. So what have we been taught to do? Pretend like they don't exist. Meanwhile, we've been manipulated by these three things wholly and fully. Because we're not paying attention to them. Because we're not talking straight to our children about them. That's how I teach my children. I have way more daughters than sons. I teach them sex is fine. Have it when you get ready. Just make sure it's on your call. Period. That's all I teach my girls. That's it. You make sure you're doing what you want to do. and I load him up. This is how he gonna say it, baby. This is what he gonna do. And if you do this, that means he want this. And blah, 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 blah. You better be serious about one of them girls. They gonna get you. Pocket first.